Hey everyone, how's it going? This is Evan LaFavor. I just wanted to let you guys in on some of the gifts that I've been designing for each and every citizen of the planet Earth. Alright, and some of the cool technologies that each and every one of us is going to have access to for free. The first of which is your halo. Now, what is your halo? Your halo is a miniature UFO that hovers around your head invisibly. And each person gets one of these. And basically what this does is, it's like the Matrix almost. It can stimulate your brain the same way that your body does. So it stimulates your electrical synapses. So it can make your brain experience anything you want it to. So using the infinite resources that we have, because I've created machines that not only cultivate infinite resources, but that can transport them anywhere on demand. That means I've created little water faucets that we can put in every house that have a little portal to the infinite water source. And when you turn the faucet, the water comes out, and there's no plumbing hooked up to it. It just comes from this infinite water source. And we're going to give one of these to everyone. At least one of them. We can make as many as we want. Doesn't matter, it's infinite. So essentially what we're going to do is we're going to I'm going to have imagine having like a little Nalgene bottle or a flask that can refill with water, fresh water, constantly. But you can say, and your halo hears you. Your halo has an artificial intelligence, right, that can appear as a hologram in your brain, as a person that only you can see and interact with in a real material world environment, right? And so what this, you can say, hey, I want a beer, right? So this is really just water that you're drinking, right? Your glass fills with water. Your halo says to your brain, look, it's beer. It smells like beer, you drink it, it tastes like beer, and then your halo also makes you feel the effects of the intoxication as if it were beer. But really you're just drinking water. It can make you think you're drinking orange juice, any substance, Mountain Dew, Red Bull, anything. Your halo can recreate any experience verbatim to your mind. And it integrates in real time with your material world around you to help you do work. Now, this also works if you're a cigarette smoker. Imagine having an infinite pack of cigarettes, and not only that, the cigarette itself could even be a completely realistic hologram. But your brain cannot tell the difference between smoking the real cigarette and the fake one, and you still get the high off it, the buzz, or whatever you're looking for. So, without causing any damage to your lungs. It fools your lungs, everything. Simulated smoke. Seriously, a hologram. So your halo can create holograms that you can see and other people can see as well. So that's kind of the cool part about the halo. The halo can also teleport you directly to your home ship. And I'll talk about that more later. I want to get to the cool things. Your coat. What I've designed for everyone is, I like to call it a coat, but it is a nanotechnological coating that surrounds your entire body all the way around, even on the inside. And you can't tell it's there, but it's actually there. No germs can penetrate it, and it can harden at any moment. So let's say someone tried to stab you with a knife. The knife would literally bend because your nanomachines would form a hardened shell. It would anticipate the attack. You have to understand, this nanotechnological coat not only is like a supercomputer, it can turn into anything you want it to, but it can protect you at any moment, and it can see all around you. And it can communicate with your halo in real time, and ahead of time, as a matter of fact, to anticipate anything that could happen and react accordingly. So essentially you can't tell that you have this on, but it does protect you. What is so cool about it is your coat, these nanomachines that surround you, have electromagnetic propulsion potential, which means that we can program electromagnetism to simulate matter around you. What do I mean by this? While you're wearing your coat, you can say, "Halo, I want a bike," or you don't need to say Halo, because you come up with your own name for your AI friend. AI friend, I want a bicycle right now. Or you just think it and it appears. A hologram of a bike. But the second you touch that hologram, your electromagnetic coding makes it feel real. It becomes real. You sit on it, now you're literally in the air, right? But not only are you projecting a hologram of a bike to yourself, but to everyone around you as well, making it completely real, even though it's just a hologram that you are interacting with in real time due to this programming that's integrated into your nanotechnological coating that covers your skin and protects you from everything and anything. So basically, you can create any hologram and bring it into the real world and interact with it as if it were real. Now, that's a cool part of your coat. I mean, you can fly. You can just fly up into the sky anywhere. I mean, it's really cool. It's at your command. I've customized it so uniquely that I know all of you know that, or maybe you don't all know, but all of our atomic matter, we're just little particles and stuff that aren't even really held together. Like there's just a form that's keeping us formed. But through this nanotechnological coating that I've designed, you can literally, and without pain or anything, rearrange your atomic mass to take any shape you want, pre-programmed shapes. And this technology, this AI, knows all these shapes. So you can look like anything or anyone, or basically change your body, shrink down, grow giant, whatever. I mean, it's pretty much basically up to you with this technology. The cool part is built into it is, like I said, you can't harm anyone while using it, and no one can harm you. Which big whoop, small price to pay, I'd say. And so that works in unison in real time with your Halo. So imagine having these shoes that you guys have seen the hoverboard in Back to the Future, right? Imagine being able to summon a holographic hoverboard that you can see and everybody around you can see. Put it on your feet and you're literally hovering off the ground, and it's the hologram and your nanotechnological coating simulate the exact physics of not only what it moves like that you're interacting with, but how it would interact with each part of the environment that you're coming into contact with. It's all perfectly simulated, and it's all perfectly calculated. It's beautiful. So I mean, you can summon a holographic bike and it becomes real, and you ride it, like I said, a skateboard, all kinds of stuff. Just think of something, it'll become real. So I mean, that's kind of the potential where we're going. Now I know what you're saying, that sounds like it's going to be out of hand, blah 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 blah. Well, the beautiful part is the other connection here. When I said home starships earlier, each and every individual that's ever been born on this planet is going to be afforded one of these starship homes. This is a giant flying saucer in space. Imagine a flying saucer as big as the whole city of Minneapolis. So you look up and you see, the sky. And, like it's literally that huge. Now, each and every person is going to get one of these, okay? And so personal paradise, and you communicate with your artificial intelligence, and they literally use, well, see, here's the beauty, is that your starship is a time machine. Not a time machine for you to travel to different times, but to be contained in and of itself without time. So as soon as you enter your starship home, you become in a timeless state of being. So you do not age. The nanotechnology heals you of any disease, any wounds, anything instantly. So you never die, you never age, and there is no time while you are in your starship home. And each and every person is going to get one of these. And what's really cool is it's a real material world, but there's no limits. Once you're in there, you have no limits, and you can create an entire giant galaxy of worlds of your full customization and share with others worlds they've created and really experience them in a limitless way, because your time machine that you live in, this starship home, essentially your AI can customize your environment right in front of your eyes to suit your liking in a real material way by literally going backwards in time and manufacturing it piece by piece so that it would manifest in front of your eyes right then and there. It is smart enough to do that. Imagine that. It's going to be amazing. And not only that, it has information about the entire history of the planet Earth, down to how your house looked on an exact day. So you can literally recreate the home you grew up in and have one door that leads into another home that you lived in and connect them together, and then come up with a whole new place that leads to a paradise, or one door that opens up to, this country or this new place that you created. This is literally what our existence is going to be like. And it is going to be real, and it is going to be material. How can this happen in a spaceship that's only this big? And this is big. This is just, the shape. So anyway, your spaceship literally revolves around you. The world you're in literally revolves around you in all directions. Up, down, forward, backward, left, right. So when you start walking forward, your AI is literally recreating your reality to suit your positional coordinates in the ship. Therefore, you never reach the physical walls of the ship, because they are recreating your perceived reality, not only perceived, but material reality as well, right in front of your eyes, using the time manipulation technology, as well as the holograms. So we have these fully integrated material worlds as well as holograms. And then from your home starship at any time you can enter, which, if you've seen The Matrix, a fully realistic world without consequences at all. Imagine that. You can enter that at any time and hang out with people, meet new people, get to know new people. And your AI will always be your best friend. This is where, it is a tool. This whole thing, it's not only a home that you live in, that's your personal paradise, but it's a tool for your satisfaction every second of your day. And it protects you. How? Because as long as you're in one of these machines, your AI can look forward into your destiny and tell you exactly what's going to happen to you before it happens. And it knows you so well, and it is programmed to love you and understand you and have your best interests at heart. And so it's going to suggest things like, oh, I don't know if you should do this, or, in an instant, your AI friend can go into your future that you haven't even experienced yet and film a movie trailer based around your entire experience you're about to have, and then freeze time and play it for you and say, because of this, dude. And he'll be like, coming soon. this is about to happen to you. I mean, it'll be really cool, because you have to understand, your AI friend, this artificial intelligence that is programmed, it's like a genie that's programmed to provide anything and everything for you. And basically, this genie, it knows everything. Okay, it's the coolest of the cool, the best of the best at anything and everything. It's like having a best friend that could do anything and everything. All right, infinite potential. So this AI is also an incredible filmmaker. And so when it projects into the future that you haven't experienced yet, it can literally film it as if it's a Hollywood movie with professional sound and score, and you can sit down and watch it, or a trailer of it, or whatever, and literally emphasize with yourself before you experience the actual experience. Or else you go, ooh, I don't like what I saw. I don't want to do that. You're right. So you're always in full control of your own destiny. That is one of the amazing parts of it. So there's no way anybody's ever going to control you, or or let you get hurt. You know what I mean? You're going to be completely protected, which is an amazing thing, without taking away your freedoms, your rights. You're going to be in full conscious control of your destiny, and that's what we all deserve. And to me, that's way better than living on a planet that could at any moment burst into a volcano, or get hit by an asteroid, or an earthquake could happen, or a nuclear plant could happen, or a terrorist attack. We don't need any of those threats threatening us. We don't need to die. That is an old way of life. And this is where we are now. We are technologically advanced to manifest this into our reality. Science fact. Alright? All of this technology that I'm speaking about today is science fact, and more than capable of manifesting itself into our reality and changing it for the better, forever, for eternity, to infinity and beyond. And that's what's important, because everybody has a right to this technology, and they're going to get equal, infinite access to it. Everyone who's ever lived before. So in order to save the people that came before us, we have to leave the planet so we can wind the time back a little bit, without affecting people. Or maybe I'm sure we can find a way to do it other ways too. But either way, do you want to sit on this planet and be a slave to anything, getting a little bit of pay or jumping through hoops to do things, when we have the technology to provide each and everybody with an equal opportunity to be whatever they want to be and do whatever they want to do every single day for free, with equality for everyone, where we uphold respect for each individual and say that we're not going to let one of them die, that we're going to provide this infinite access and this technological breakthrough for everyone. Because this is the truth. And we have to manifest this. This is no joke. It is our duty. It is our right. And it's the truth. And we are going to keep going, because we have to. And this is just, this is just the beginning. I mean, you're talking about being able to create anything you can imagine and then share it with others on an internet. Imagine our lives now, except instead of the house you go to after work is a giant personal paradise with no time, where everything is at your fingertips you could ever imagine. And then you can go to work. Imagine this, why go to work and then get 2 days off when you could take a year off and then go back to work, and in real time it was like you were just there yesterday, but you took a year break off. You can do that. You will do that. If that's what you choose, but you will have that afforded to you to be able to do that kind of stuff, because this is called no time for a reason. Because once we live in these machines, and it's not just living in a machine, this is like better than this is paradise. I'm serious. It's full protection. It's you're never going to die. You're going to be able to go anywhere you want by teleporting. You don't even have to go in your own body. You can have separate bodies that you can put your consciousness into, and then still have the technological coding, but just for, just for the sake of your best interests, keep the original you back in the crib. And then you can go to other planets or help save Earth, do this, do that. There's all kinds of stuff to do, Go make a movie with people. I mean, you're going to be able to do whatever you want. You want to be an actor, you want to be a musician, you want to be a doctor, you want to be all these things. You're going to have the opportunity to become, because if you're passionate about it, then that's what we want. We want the true, passionate people to be in the positions that they need to be in, because that is what's going to cause progress. That is what's going to create so much more abundance, because we cannot use human beings as a slavery resource. What we need to do, we need to acknowledge that each and every unique individual is a resource because of their individuality and the uniqueness that they bring to the table, that will be quantified once they are empowered with infinite equal opportunity to achieve their dreams and be the best that they want to be every day of their lives. Because then and only then can they ever be judged, first of all. And they will never be judged, because they are free as long as they do not hurt another. They will always have infinite equal access to this technology, but they won't be able to hurt another. We will have cars that never crash into each other. These cars will always know where another one is, and they will be programmed that they can never hit each other. It will be impossible. It will be impossible. The insides of the cars will not be affected by the outside. So you could be going 100 miles per hour and stop on a dime and you will not have whiplash. These are the cars of the future, okay? They are not running on gasoline. They are running off the zero-point energy field, which is an infinite energy resource that can power everything that we use. Your laptop cannot run off a battery. It can wirelessly be powered from the zero-point energy field and run forever, infinitely. Your refrigerator, infinitely. No electricity. Everything you run off of, the zero-point energy field can run it infinitely and wirelessly. This is the potential we have at our hands right now, and we are going to apply it to bring about eternal life and paradise and equality for each and every person, with infinite resources for everyone. And that is a right for each and every human being and each and every sentient being in the 21st century. Each and every sentient being has a right to eternal life and equal access to every technological breakthrough with infinite abundancy and resources, with the expressed intent that they can never harm each other, and this technology will be programmed so that it can never be weaponized, never be used to harm another. And that is the beautiful thing about it. And this is our destinies. I mean, this is what is in our nature to create. Okay? Because we are not meant to die. We are not meant to die. We are meant to create these machines. These are our homes. It's taken an evolutionary step to get to be able to make these. But the promise is, once we got to that step, that we would share it with everyone who came before us before they died, to save them before dying, so that they could have eternal life, infinite resources, and infinite opportunity and paradise, in their own personal paradise that is customizable to their very liking every single second of their eternal existence, with protection and freedom truly forever, for them, for everyone. That is my promise, that is our promise. That is the promise of the 21st century, and that is a promise that gets kept through every century, every dimension, every alternate universe, for everyone who has ever lived before. And that is a promise. And this technology will be used for that explicit purpose. So it does not matter who the brave ones are that develop and design this technology and get it to us for free in time. What matters is that we have it, because this is what we want. This is our choice for a better day, for a better way. Because I will not stand by and watch people die and suffer when they don't need to. People playing games, monopoly games like Parker Brothers, with people's lives, when the resources that have been put on this planet have been put here for free to be shared equally with everyone. And we have been divinely inspired to come up with scientific and technological advancements to share those resources infinitely and abundantly with everyone. Therefore, that is what we will do. No excuses. We will serve and protect everyone. We will take care of everyone as equals with respect to their sentient life and their human existence, and the rights that each and every one of them has in the 21st century as sentient beings, regardless of where they were born. These are their rights, and they can never be taken away, no matter who's in power during that time. Do you understand this? So if you don't think this is possible, you have to understand that with the technology that I have created, we can create not only infinite resources, but we can share them instantly to create complex resources infinitely, as well as these starships that I'm telling you. All we need is one, and then they keep coming out for everyone infinitely, no matter how big it is. And that is the truth. It's an amazing feat. But we have done it collectively as a universe, as a galactic society. We have done this. We have said that we will not stand idly by and watch these sufferings happen anymore. When we can use our divine intellect and our applied sciences to prevent suffering and death and inequality on our planet and in this galaxy forever, simply by providing people with the gifts that we can create to solve these problems before they ever even happen, to enrich the culture of the universe with our artistic talent and our creative abilities and our abilities to problem solve. We must stand up now and prove ourselves to the universe, because the universe is watching us right now. And it is our duty to go stand up for who we are, be who we are, and don't be programmed, don't be brainwashed to believe who you are is what people tell you to be. You got to remember who you've always been your entire life. That's what's important. Think about that. Think about what you know is true in your heart. Not what you've learned, what you were born with knowing, what you've known since the day you were born, that people have tried to make you forget. That's what you need to learn about, because we have to stand up for what's right, because we know that this freedom can exist, this responsibility, this beauty, this infinite abundance. We do not need to accept death. Death is an illusion that this planet creates, because we become mortal when we walk this planet and interfere with each other's destinies. But when we are in these machines that I have created, we never age. There's no way to affect someone else's destiny outside of their own choice to interact in that situation. So there is true freedom. And it's something we deserve, and it's true privacy too, because what happens in your paradise stays in your paradise, unless you're creating sentient life. If you choose to create sentient life in your paradise as part of the Sentient Life Rights Act of the 21st century, you have to notify immediately, or the system will automatically notify that the sentient, I mean, you have to apply to be able to do that, because the second you create a sentient life, it gets rights, and you don't have dominion over it anymore. So you can create all day, but you can't enslave that sentient life. So you can come up with all these new creatures and species and races and anything you can think of, right? But the second you do, you can't experiment on it, you can't torture it, nothing like that. Alright? But you can get a hologram simulation of it that would interact exactly like it would and be your pet or your friend or something. I mean, but I mean, it's just a complex scenario. It's very complex, but it's going to be fun because, like I said, imagine being able to watch any movie just by asking, and then being like, I want to, let's have a giant outdoor movie theater, and then all of a sudden it appears before your eyes, and have it be nighttime, and then it happens and it's reality. And you're like, and I want to be in a convertible, and you're in a convertible, and then like you say what movie comes on, and boom, there's the movie, and you can invite your friends over to the drive-in. I mean, how fucking cool, excuse my language, how cool is that? You know what I mean? How amazing is that? That's true freedom. True freedom. Making our dreams come true, being all that we want to be, not having to bend over backwards to do that, or jump through any hoops to do that. So it's going to be great. We're going to be able to bring our kids into better worlds, safer worlds, where there's nothing that can harm them, nothing that can harm us ever. That's what we deserve, right? Right? Duh. That's what we deserve. Science fact. That's what we're going to do. I want to thank you all for tuning in. It's going to be great. What I say is true. Your nano suit is going to be awesome. Imagine being able to like have a dinosaur, a hologram dinosaur appear, and you could ride that shit and like it was a horse or something through a jungle. There ain't nothing you can't do. I created this for you so that you can do anything. It's so awesome. You guys are going to love it. Because we don't deserve to die. Death is nasty, not real. It's like there's just all these elements on this planet that are killing us. It's like we don't need those elements in our lives. We'll go somewhere else, homie. We'll go somewhere else where we never die. Where we never have to cry. Where we never have to, bend over backwards or do things that are out of character to ourselves to try to get by, or sacrifice time out of our day to be a slave to someone else, a cog in the wheel of somebody else's machine where they just sit high and pretty and pollute the city, stuff like that. Can't have that, not anymore. It's 21st century. It is not a penitentiary in the 21st century. This is Evan LaFavor. Peace, love.